and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL. And today I made a bracelet that surprised me as to how difficult it was. It is pattern 14849 and 14853 combined into one bracelet. And both of those on their own are really simple. They would be really kind of almost beginner stuff. But when you put them together, it starts to get a little bit weird. It's a little hard to keep track of where you are. And at some point, I didn't realize that the center actually acts a little bit different. And I'm not even sure. I haven't watched the playback here yet. Kind of watching it now. But yeah, when I got to the center area, I was like suddenly super confused and I didn't know what was going on. I managed to get through it, kept with the pattern. I even had to go so far as to bring up something, in my case, it was GIMP, to be able to cross off where I was as I went along. Typically, that's just reserved for like really advanced things. But this one, it just kept getting different because it kind of does the same stuff again and again and again. So it's really hard to keep track of where you are. And then looking at the pattern really confuses me sometimes as to, have I done this area or not? It's only two colors, and that's probably where it becomes the most difficult to me, is there's no visual cue to say, you know, now we go into the next, and then, you know, so yeah, like, mind you, I started out okay. I started out without using the extra help or whatever. But when I got a little bit further in and I stopped having like, you know, like this whole first area here, right? Kind of see where I'm at, kind of tell what's going on. But yeah, as it progressed, it got more and more confusing, especially around the center of it. And yeah, I did not anticipate that at all. That one baffled me. The colors are orange and like this kind of like a dirt color brown. Like I don't even know how else to describe it. I mean, if in case your phone or your computer isn't rendering it like what I can see, it's just a simple kind of brown, and somehow these two colors really just go really, really well together. There's only I would say it's two strands, right? There's two on the right hand side and that loops over, so 4 strands of that brownish color, and then the rest is orange, and it's 12 strings coming down. So there you go. It didn't take too long. It took just over an hour to put this together, despite having all the trouble of going through and trying to make sure that like I'm not making mistakes. So that's not bad. Segmenting wise, kinda, you'll see I'll work on the whole side for a bit and then work on the other side, then work on a big chunk in the middle. I really had struggled to find what was the optimal way of doing it. And mind you, I was struggling between trying to find a way to optimize it as well as trying to find a way that let me know where I was in the pattern, so that way I wouldn't get confused and redirect one of the brown colors the wrong direction. Like that right there, right? You can see there's a little hesitance. Some of the hesitation though is all on me for watching Amazon Prime while making this. So yeah, I mean, so like an hour and 10 minutes probably would have been a lot faster if I wasn't watching something at the same time. So like about an hour to make it, not bad. It's fun. It's really kind of pretty. I don't know that anybody would pick up on the subtlety of how the center has, it's like a dark one, light one, dark one, light one, all the way down. Occasionally the dark one has like a little bit more of a V shape where there's like 3 of them, but in the center there's 2 light ones in a row. And I don't remember trying to do that, but it does make it kind of interesting. It kind of does, it's there. Um, it's something to look for. If you bought this bracelet, I would say that'd probably be the first thing I would look for, you know. Um, the way that the browns get kind of spaced around the whole thing, I also thought was pretty neat. Oh, there was no problem with any of the strings getting overused and running out. Even the brown ones down the middle, which I kind of thought they kind of get used a lot more than anything, but they were fine. And mind you, I'm doing all of this while not feeling well. I'm sure I probably sound a little bit nasally, because my nose has just been trouble all day today. But like I said, I got through this. I rendered it all sped up and everything so that way I could do what I'm doing now, which is, I call this the voiceover, because you already have the video. This is the other part. But yeah, I'm glad to have finally gotten this one done. I was kind of looking forward to it, and seeing it all together, it is really nice. I do like this one a lot. I would still say that this isn't advanced. It's just a very confusing intermediate kind of bracelet. Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't have been so hard. I don't get how it got me so off balance, but it did. It really had me off balance. It really had me wondering, like, why. I don't know. Anyway, we're about the middle of the video. It's going to end abruptly, so let me thank my Patreon supporters and my YouTube members for making this possible. Again, guys, I like what I do. I want to share my ideas with you. I want to come up with new stuff. I've got people requesting some interesting patterns that I'm looking forward to doing for you. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of cool stuff coming up, I'm sure. So yeah, I really do appreciate it. It's not even just the monetary thing, right? That does help a lot. It was $500 to renew my website for 3 years. That's a lot of money. Obviously, it's the Patreon people who help drive that the most. And now that we have the YouTube members where they can watch behind the scenes and get the posts early and that kind of stuff, they're starting to catch up with how that is helping out the overall thing. So yeah, it's a lot. It feels to me like it shouldn't be so much when I'm trying to do something to help other people learn how to do it, show them how to take a pattern and run with it and stuff. But it's the price to put this all out there. So yeah, thank you to everybody who makes that possible. I really, really do appreciate it. Oh, there's the middle, right? You see how it's got two lights and then goes on? I'm guessing it has to be throwing off the numbers and stuff. And yeah, you can see, like, I hesitated there and got super confused. I think I stopped the video even to try to figure out like where I was, and yeah, that really kind of threw me for a minute. But you can see, like, after that, I just kind of get cruising with it. What else was I going to tell you? Feels like my head is just in the cloud here today. Like, I'm seriously just can't think straight. I went to fix something on the web page, put the wrong information, the wrong thumbnail in. I was just like, okay, nope, that's not working. I'll make a bracelet instead. And so I made a bracelet, and now I'm back to the whole, what am I doing? So I'm really sorry, guys. I am going to try to get lots of rest, and I've been drinking lots of fluids all day, so hopefully I'll end up feeling a little bit better tomorrow, and we get even more stuff done. I got somebody that wants me to do a pretty intense project, and I'm looking forward to doing the video so that they can see how they can come up with these things themselves. So that's what I'm looking forward to for tomorrow. I have no idea how much is there. Oh, there's still got like 4 minutes left. Oh, I want to get back to doing blindside creations and some of those other things. So if you guys have suggestions of bracelet numbers that you think I should try just for the fun of it, all I need from you is the pattern number, the website that pattern number comes from, because obviously there's a couple of those, and the number of strings, so that way I can have the template already kind of put up, and then I can start filling it in, because otherwise it just adds a long time to the video. And if I did that, then I'd probably cut out part of it, then it would look like I was cheating. And nope, I get everything together and I just get hit with the surprise of whatever design it is that you guys are throwing at me. And yeah, those are fun. I miss those. And then at some point we're gonna go back to doing doubling. I want to get some stuff into a playlist about making bracelets double the pattern. So that should be fun too. So many cool ideas. I get excited about this stuff. You guys have no idea. You know, and like last night I was chatting with somebody about a pattern that they were concerned with, and like I just started like just riffing off these ideas of, yeah, well that's cool, but what have you thought about this? And I'm not even sure if my idea landed with them or not, but that idea is something I totally want to mess with now. Like I'm really kind of excited about this prospect of like trying this thing out. So that's another video that we're gonna have. I should actually write it down, because the whole ADHD brain, yeah, it doesn't hold the ideas like it should. Not very well, at least. So yeah, I'll pin it to the board. That would work. So it's gotta believe we gotta be getting close to the end, right? Yeah, there's only like a couple minutes left. Yeah, again, this pattern, obviously any two colors, you could have so much fun with this. You could even try to change out the way the pattern interacts. Like maybe it doesn't have that little bump out thing in the middle. That would be cool too. But it is pretty neat. Or maybe you just drop off, you don't have the browns on the outside, right? And it's just orange with the dots in it. That would be cool as well. Yeah, so there's lots of possibilities with this. Just have fun with it. And yeah. Ooh, really close. Oh no, it's not. I thought it looked like we had it at the end where the diamond thing was going to be, and I'm like, yeah, no, it's not. It's pretty close though, I think. I think I know where it is. Oh, and have you noticed I've got the camera zoomed in better now? So I'm trying to make it easier for you guys to actually follow along and not have to squint so hard at looking at the screen. So I'm trying, guys. If there's any suggestions, stuff, leave me a comment. You have thoughts, ideas, whatever. I appreciate it. Yeah. Okay, guys. Here comes the big reveal. And yeah, as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.